literature. I've written numerous articles in the science community on the struggles of battered women, and I've also written a book entitled Living in Hell, The Life of a Battered Woman. Also, over the past 17 years, I've interviewed and collected data on over 300 battered Indigenous women and listened to over 500 additional stories from these women.
As a result from your studies, how would you define a battered woman?
Well, I define a battered woman as one who is subjected to any physical or mental abuse by a man. And to be classified as a battered couple, they must go through at least 2 battering cycles.
Will you please describe for the jury what the battering cycle is?
It can be classified into 3 phases.
What is the first stage of the battering cycle?
The first phase is when tensions rise and there are minor battering incidents.
What is the second stage of the battering cycle?
During the second stage, the battering man unleashes an uncontrollable degree of rage, with the result being minor or major physical and psychological damage. It is impossible for anyone to predict when it will occur or how to prevent it.
And what is the third stage?
The third phase is one of extreme kindness and loving behavior on the man's part. He apologizes for his violent behavior, and the woman usually sees the man as very vulnerable, like a child. However, underneath the man thinks that he has taught the woman a lesson and that he will never do it again.
How often does the battering cycle usually repeat itself?
It's continuous, over and over, until either the couple separates or one of them kills the other.
Why would a woman stay in a relationship of this type?
Many women in this position have very low self-esteem and have an enormous psychological dependence on their man. They also believe that if their marriage fails, then they have failed. These women often have severe stress reactions, including mental breakdowns.
How does the depression and rage in battered women comes out?
With each battering cycle, many of these women's angers increases. The woman will often deny reality, just like a soldier would in war, to suppress the violence. Living in constant fear of harm affects a woman's perception with the potential of serious injury or death, be it against themselves or their husbands.
Can you describe an example you've seen of this behavior?
One example was a woman who shot and killed her husband. She told me that she knew her husband would be okay after she shot him 4 times in the head.
How many times?
Objective. Assuming facts not narrative.
Your Honor, this is an example from the psychiatrist's work in the field of
What's your response, Counselor?
It was in the witness statement. This is just an example of a different case. It's not this case.
I'll overrule the objection.
How many times did you speak with Mrs. Barrett?
I talked to her 3 times and several hours each occasion.
How would you describe her incident?
Barbara's case is a classic case of a battered woman who has suffered extreme abuse over the years, but she couldn't break free from her dependency and passivity.
In your opinion, how would you describe her dependency?
I would say Mrs. Barrett was extremely dependent and could not have broken free of her husband more than she could have severed her own right arm.
How did Mrs. Barrett's situation relate to the stage of a battering couple?
Mr. Barrett showed all 3 stages. Tensions would mount, Mr. Barrett would commit an extreme act of violence, and then would make up for it with loving and apologetic behavior.
During the night of December 18th, 1988, how would you describe the midset of Barbara?
When her husband told her that he wanted a divorce, she unleashed a floodgate of fury that had been building up since before their marriage. Every effort that she had used to pacify him to stay in the marriage, she felt had been betrayed. She saw her husband as he was, a man capable of causing severe injury or even death. She could not have controlled her actions that night no more than